What about endometriosis? Because I see that as a really big growing problem for women, especially now.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of misdiagnosis going on
Yeah,
too, where you have doctors that are just desperate to give someone a label,
yeah,
and also to offer the things like, oh, well, we can fix that by just taking your uterus out, solved, you know. I think a lot of it is the whole obstetrics and gynecology, they're just so waiting and ready to like cut you and like take
yeah,
stuff out of you,
yeah.
which
Well,
is
if the only
not
tool
what
you've
you
got's a
want.
knife, then you're going to want to cut everything, aren't you?
Oh yeah, and also like thinking about surgeries, thinking about those things, that's like the way down the line approach. Like that's, I've said this before, but that's your last approach, not your first approach. That's like nothing else is working. Nothing else is helping you. Okay, you always have the surgery as an option. Not that it's going to make anything really better. It's just going to give you a new problem, but whatever.
Hmm.
So the approaches are cleaning things up. This is always going to be what has to happen. There's an excess condition. There's, you have, again, if you were to do a hormone panel, you would find that's all out of whack. Okay. Generally, progesterone's dropped off the map. It's not producing proper estrogens. You have the false estrogens running the show. You've got now imbalance in pH and other factors that are creating an endemic issue of candida. Often you will see candida, or you will test for candida. You will see that in these cases. And that goes back to the xenoestrogen heavy metal load that they have in their bodies. So always test for heavy metals if you want to see where that's at, or just act as if
Hmm.
we know we're exposed. And like I have friends, I had a friend here the other day who showed me his heavy metal load, and he said, I eat well, I eat organic, I don't, I don't take vaccines, I don't do any of these things. And look at where aluminum, barium, and strontium were off the charts. I'm like, oh, that's the chemtrails.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
the
exactly what's in chemtrails.
yeah,
That's why you have a high load, even though you take care of yourself.
yes,
And he did a course with MMS, with chlorine dioxide solution, and cleaned them all up, cleaned it
hmm,
all up, which is another potent remedy I recommend highly.
yeah,
So, yeah, so endometriosis really is like, imagine you have had candida boring holes and creating pockets of expression of tissue that shouldn't be outside of the uterus, but it's gotten outside the uterus and now it's reacting to hormones.
mm,
And so there's quite a bit of cleaning up of old tissue. DMSO is really essential for this. Getting rid of the heavy metals using MMS is essential for this. I have like an entire protocol. Like people, if they just want to join my membership, they
hmm,
get access to all these protocols.
yeah,
Um, because in our directory, like the basics of everything will be there. So if they're
mm,
like, oh, where I have this, hammer toe or whatever,
hmm,
let's look that up. Okay, I know where to start. I know how I can move forward with this protocol and start to heal myself, and
yeah,
then lift out of the pain and discomfort, get your brain on, and then you can move forward with
yeah.
even more solutions. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much for that.